No.
All right. This is the best game of the slate for one reason and one reason only, Anthony. This
What?
is the Nickelodeon game. Cowboys Niners, 4:30, aired on
Okay,
Nickelodeon.
actually, I'm
We're
watching that game.
watching this game.
I'm watching it.
It is on Nickelodeon. The splash zone's gonna be awesome. Oh my! I pray to God that they bring back that annoying ass girl from the last year that every time just made like sounds throughout the game, and like someone punted the ball and she was like, "It's in the air." Dude, they have to fucking go all
Yeah.
in on
I hope they incorporate slime in some point.
What do you mean you hope it's gonna happen?
I
What do you
I
mean,
hope they cover the winning team in slime. I'm
dude?
gonna
That
say
would
it.
be
That would be so
funny.
fun.
Who do you
That'd be
think?
so funny.
Who do you think is gonna win the MVP? The
Who?
Nickelodeon valuable player.
Yeah,
Here's the
yeah,
thing. You have to think about this logically. Last year, even though they lost, the MVP was Mitch Trubisky because people went, wouldn't it be funny if
yeah.
the MVP was Mitch Trubisky? Who's the biggest meme in this game? It's
It's
Cowboys and Niners.
Cowboys, Niners.
There's not an obvious one is the problem. I think there's a lane where
I think it'd be funny. The
yep.
one player that comes to mind,
Mm-hmm.
two players.
Mm-hmm. You can say them whenever.
Jerick McKinnon,
All right.
Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard would be cool, but he might actually deserve it. I was thinking more along the lines like if Jimmy Garoppolo has one of those playoff games where he hands the ball off like 50 times and throws it like 10 times for like 80 yards and people just vote him the MVP.
Oh,
I
you're
could see that
right.
happening,
You're
but I
right.
don't
You're
know if
right.
they're going to be able to do that because that was that when the 49ers went to the Super Bowl that
Well,
one year.
isn't
The
it
joke was
fan
that he just
voted?
handed off the ball. It's fan voted.
So
That's
at the
that's
end
how
of the day,
Trubisky.
they can do whoever they want.
I know that's why we're saying it's not about who has a good game. It's
Yeah.
about it's about who the universe, the United the population of the United
Who
States.
people are gonna vote for?
Who it's a no, but it's about who people think is the funniest to vote for. I think is how this is gonna go.
Yeah. Also, Ezekiel Elliott,
Zeke
if
could
he
win, I
does
think,
nothing,
a bad
if he
game.
does nothing
I
all
think he
game,
wins. I
that
think
would be really
that
funny.
would be if he
Like
which
he
he's
gets
had
like
a few of those. If he
11
was
rushing
like
yards all game,
if he
and
has
he
like one of
hits,
those like 15 carries, 30 yards, fumble.
yeah,
I think the thing
he
about like
fumbles like 6 times. It's the
the thing about
MVP.
Trubisky is like Trubisky's stats weren't terrible when he won. It was just funny because it was Mitch Trubisky and they lost, and it was
Yeah.
never close. Dude, do you remember, you know what would have been funny if they gave the MVP? I don't know if you remember this. I think that was the game. So two things happened in that game. The last time was on Nickelodeon. Cordero Patterson yelled "fuck."
I remember
Got
that.
picked up
Yeah.
on Nickelodeon, and I think one of the Bears players fucking tried to start a fight with one of the Saints guys and got
I
ejected. I think it was
I
that
don't
game.
remember that.
It
I
was
don't
either
remember
that
that.
game or there's definitely a Bears Saints game because they played earlier. I think
Yeah.
where there's definitely a Bears game where someone in the Bears tried to punch someone. I'm pretty sure it was the wild card game. And I think that's
No, I
hilarious.
remember Cordero Patterson because the refs called a penalty on someone else when it should have been on him.
Yeah.
So he yelled "what the fuck" and that got caught up on Nickelodeon. That
Yes.
was fun as fuck.
Mm. So
Um,
we spent about 5 minutes talking about Nickelodeon without actually getting into the game.
that's the most
But
important
this
game.
the most interesting aspect of this game is that it's on Nickelodeon.
It's
Frank.
the most important game. It is.
It's the most important. No, listen,
It's the most.
I told you it's the most important game because
It is the most important
it's on
game.
Nickelodeon.
You
And
can't even argue about that.
make
It's on
sure
Nickelodeon.
you have to tune in
Come
like
on.
at least 30 minutes, maybe even an hour in advance, because Nickelodeon does like a pregame show type shit, but it's not like real. Like it's like they did like a top 30 SpongeBob moments thing, and it was so fucking funny.
Did they?
Yeah, like the last year. So like Nickelodeon's gonna have stuff
Ooh,
planned like an
okay.
hour in advance that might have nothing to do with football, it'll just be random Nickelodeon stuff. I'm gonna watch. Dude,
I'm looking
that
forward to
might be
that.
on during the Bucks Eagles game, and if you needed another reason to not watch that game, Nickelodeon will be having stuff happen
Yeah.
starting at like three.
Don't watch the Bucks Eagles
Don't
game,
watch that.
please.
Watch
Please,
watch the
please do
Nickelodeon.
it for me. Do it for me. Don't watch the game.
Honestly, just like make sure they get good rate. Like, don't ever just have Nickelodeon on the whole time. The entire day. Wake up at 7 a.m. Just put your TV. You don't even have to watch. You can go out
Yeah,
for a run. Just leave your TV on Nickelodeon. Make sure they get a good rating that day. Just the whole day.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
Because this can't stop.
no,
Can't stop
this needs to continue forever. This has to be
forever.
you need to look back and like I want like when me and Anthony are dead in like 30 years because we're not living past 50. I don't know.
30, really? I was thinking more like 7.
Yeah.
But like,
when Anthony, what is it? No, we had a conversation where we were like, who is the most likely of our friend group to kill someone? And Anthony was like, you have no idea how easy it would be to kill someone. I was like, maybe the
it would
person
be.
has
It
a
would be. I
really
mean,
is the
it
person.
doesn't take that much thought.
Yeah, so I think Anthony, like in 20 years, when Anthony's in prison
Or
and
dead.
I'm lonely or dead, like this still needs to be a tradition. This needs to be like one of the most iconic football
Yeah.
traditions. Like to a
I
point where
can't
it's
wait to watch the Nickelodeon wild card game in prison.
dude, if it's like a thing where it's like you get one show you get to watch a year, it's like you're one pick, you're like, give me the Nickelodeon wildcard game. That's all I want. It would be really funny if this becomes like an unironic tradition, like to the point where it's like it's actually revered. Like it
Yeah.
becomes an actual part of football legacy. I really want that.
Because like they start to change it and
Like
there's
right up
mad
there with
outrage.
like how Thanksgiving and football, like
Yeah,
wild card game and Nickelodeon. I want that to be.
that would be really
That'd be
funny.
really funny. This game is funny. Here's the thing: the Rams losing robs us of a really good what could have been Cowboys Cardinals, which would have been two teams I have absolutely zero faith in. I thought that would
Yeah.
have been a great storyline. This is more interesting. I think that
No,
I
I'm gonna
honestly,
say this. I have zero
I'm
faith in
rooting. I'm
both
rooting for the
teams.
Niners. I don't like the Cowboys. I'm a
Oh,
Giants fan.
I'm rooting for the Niners as well. But I'm still gonna say, apart from the fact that it's not Nickelodeon, so it's the best game. This game doesn't matter because no matter what team wins, they're
No.
losing the next round.
The 49ers simply don't have enough talent to move on. And the Cowboys, same thing.
It's
Cowboys are the Cowboys.
yeah.
They're bad. What was I think we just said that they're bad. The last time we recorded, we just said they're bad.
It's been decided already. Like,
They're
on.
listen. I just you. There's no point in believing in the Cowboys. I'll say this: their defense is awesome. If they're gonna do anything, it's based on their defense. But it's whether or not you get the Trevon Diggs that lets up like 150 passing yards, or the one that gets like 2 interceptions. That's could be the X factor. Micah Parsons is awesome. So their defense is good. Number one defense in fantasy football, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, no, they had some crazy games. Cowboys defense is good. Um, but I feel like the Niners offense is kind of built to play against good defenses. Like they're just kind of like against Kyle Shanahan. He's creative.
Yeah.
Again, this game doesn't matter. Whoever team wins will lose in the next round.
Yep.
But it's on Nickelodeon. So watch the game.
Watch the game. It's on Nickelodeon. It's gonna be the best game of the weekend by far.
This
You get to
is
vote on who gets the MVP.
you get to
Like,
vote on who gets the MVP. Don't ask what the N stands for because who knows? Sketchy territory, I think.
yeah.
I think you're asking for trouble, but I mean, vote for whoever has the worst game or
I
whoever.
really want to say it, but my parents are home and they might hear me.
No, you listen. As a great, as a great
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
in
I'm
the
not
in
gonna
the
say it.
words in the words of a great wise man, you're black. You-
I am black.
you-
I am. It's got nothing to do with that.
I'm just quoting myself from.
It's got nothing to do with that.
I know. No, I understand your predicament.
No, I'm not trying to get my ass
It's-
beat by
it's-
my mom.
I think it's fun if you watch Bengals Raiders, but you don't need to watch.
Listen, the one game
the one game you need
told-
to watch is Cowboys Niners.
Cowboys
And if you want to
Niners,
watch
yeah.
anything else, I would say Bills Pats, Rams Cardinals. You need a fourth game. Watch Bengals Raiders. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and the Steelers when they're on
And
offense.
just watch the Steelers when they're on offense. Then you can turn off the TV when they're not. Just watch. Just watch the Steelers.
Put it back on Nickelodeon when they're not.